Look, he can't be far. Finally. I'm sorry, I did not mean for it to come out that way. It's just we didn't know where you were.
Even hostages have to eat, Mr. Snyder. I was down in the cafeteria consuming something that called itself lunch. But there's nothing like those orange plastic trays to remind you of botulism.
Have you had a chance to look at Noah's file?
I did.
So? Well, what happens next?
Well, since Mr. Snyder dragged me here to OK, Illinois, which is, by the way, the most self-satisfied white bread community I have ever seen, and home of the world's most unappealing grilled cheese sandwich.
Okay. We get it. You don't like it here. What does that mean for Noah?
It means let's do this now and get it over with. It's time to make a blind man see.
You want to operate on Noah today?
I want to be drinking a beer back in Texas, but I'm prepared to operate.
But he just had lunch. You can't eat and then go under anesthesia.
Really? I hadn't heard that.
So what? You're just gonna walk in there and perform brain surgery?
Why not?
Well, do you know anyone here?
You mean besides you?
Look, is this even safe?
Look, I'm not crazy about the idea of working with a new staff in a backwards operating room, but a brain is a brain. I'm willing to take a crack at it if you are, Noah.
And you really think that you can help him?
Isn't that why you kidnapped me?
He's not ready.
Luke, I can speak for myself. Dr. Oliver, I'm ready. I've been ready since the day I had my accident.
You might want to pass that message along.
I told you, I'm calling the shots. If you want to do the surgery today, great. Let's do it. The sooner the better.
Right on. You look important.
Excuse me?
If there's such a thing as an operating room in this hospital, I need one now. Along with your top neuro team, a Midas, a B1 footplate, and an IGS system, which I pray to God is not considered an antique.
Who are you? What are you doing in my hospital?
Dr. Hughes, this is Dr. Reed Oliver. He's the neurologist from Dallas who's coming to see Noah. Bob is the chief of staff here.
And naturally, you're on a first-name basis.
Oh, Dr. Oliver, yes. Now I remember. I signed a waiver giving you temporary privileges, but I had no idea that you were going to perform surgery, especially not today.
Well, now you do. Did you sign the consent yet?
No, no one gave it to me.
I have it here.
Oh, give it here, Luke.
Well, you need to think about this first, Noah.
I want my sight back. He can make that happen. What's there to think about?
I don't know, like, do you have a living will?
There's a directive attached to the surgical consent. Read it to him.
Look, I understand that this doesn't matter to you, but he's about to undergo a huge operation. I don't want you pressuring him with a time constraint.
Wow, you were in such a rush when you dragged me out here.
It is not his decision to make. It's mine.
Great. So, are we going to do this, or has this all been a complete waste of time?
Dr. Oliver, a word with you in private?
Is the operating room booked?
Dr. Oliver, you're asking this young man to make a decision that will affect the rest of his life.
Yeah, I'm the one doing the asking.
And there's no guarantee that your procedure will work. And there is a significant chance that it could make his condition worse.
He's already blind. How much worse could it get?
Look, Doctor, maybe your chief in Dallas puts up with your arrogance because you're good with a scalpel. But this is my hospital, and I'm not about to sign off on this surgery unless I'm satisfied that no one knows what to expect when he wakes up.
Because his boyfriend is a family friend, or maybe a donor.
The patient and his partner are underinformed. They're scared to death, and I don't blame them.
You really think a litany of worst-case scenarios is going to make him feel it?
My hospital, my rules. Now, you go back in there and reassure your patient. And then if you get him to sign a consent, you bring it to me, and my staff will do everything they can to assist you.
He's back.
Noah, I'm not going to lie to you about this surgery. There are serious risks.
Like death?
Yes, that's a possibility. But Noah, you need this surgery if you're ever going to see again. Obviously, I can't guarantee the results of the surgery, but if you want your vision back, I'm the best man for the job. There's nothing more that anybody can tell you about this procedure. You either trust me or you don't.
I trust you. I want the surgery.
Yeah, but you don't have to do it today, Noah.
I want to do this now. I've got to do this to get my life back.
But you have your life.
I have a life. It's not mine. So please, will you just help me sign the consent forms?
Okay, let's do this. Signed.
Thank you.
Now I need an OR and a full staff. Your best people. It would help if they'd been to medical school sometime within the last 30 years.
My chief of neurology is bringing his team in. He's aware of you and would like to observe.
As long as it's clear to everyone that I'm in charge of the OR, no backseat driving.
Won't be a problem.
Better not be.
What an ego. I wouldn't let that guy anywhere near me, even if my life depended on it.
Yes, you would. He is unbearable, but I'm told he's a genius. Besides, you'd be sedated.
How scared are you?
Very. Not as scared as I am of being blind the rest of my life.
Well, I'm not gonna let that happen. You believe me, don't you?
I'm starting to.
Okay, Noah. Tell your boyfriend you'll see him later. Because you will.
Luke, listen, this surgery is going to take hours. Why don't you get out of here, get something to eat?
I'm not really hungry.
Well, take a walk with us.
Yes.
I mean, the hospital will let us know if there's any news.
Okay. But only for a couple minutes.
Good.
What are you doing out here already?
I'm sorry, I've got bad news. I'm not going to operate.
Why not?
I got back Noah's latest scans as I was scrubbing in. There's a lot more vascular involvement than I initially thought.
What does that mean?
If Noah ever wants to see again, he's going to need multiple surgeries and IV drug therapy in between.
So?
So, that's a long-term commitment. This is supposed to be a one-night stand. I'm sorry. I'll have my office bill you for the day's work.
But you didn't do anything.
You didn't ask me to come here, Mr. Snyder. You forced me to. My time is extremely valuable. Just ask any of my patients who are waiting for me back in Dallas. And God help you if one of them doesn't make it because I've been wasting my time here.
Dr. Oliver.
I don't work for you.
Look, you can't go.
Consider yourself lucky, Mr. Snyder. At least I didn't carve into your boyfriend's brain unnecessarily.
You all right?
Noah was counting on that surgery. I don't know what to tell him.
Well, sweetheart, you've done everything you could possibly do. The only thing left is for you to tell him the truth.
Yeah, that's right. Listen, we're gonna go out for a while, and when we get back, we'll figure out what our next step is.
Yeah. God, it's just that Noah was really expecting to wake up from the surgery and be able to see, and he's gonna be devastated, and I don't know what to do.
Well, carrying bad news is never pleasant, but don't you think he might be able to handle it a little better coming from you?
Yeah. Thank you.
Did you give me a car back to the airport?
You're not going anywhere until you help Noah.
I'm not a magician, Mr. Snyder. Even if I were, I'd only give Noah a 20% chance of getting off the table. He needs months of surgery, not a drive-by. I came, I saw, I folded. Now I'm leaving.
Well, you gotta find your own way back. You're not using the Grimaldi jet.
Big shock. You didn't get what you wanted from me. Now you're taking your toys and you're going home. Have a nice life.